How are you today? What's everybody been up to? Yeah, it's working. Do you know what? The way I am sick and tired of, I'm sick and tired of the bloody weather. And I'm trying to be nice about it. I'm trying to be really nice about it. But it's just too much. Another heat wave. One of the oldest trees in Scotland has unfortunately died because of the drought. Why they didn't water it is beyond me, to be honest with you. You don't remember what rain felt like. It did rain for like 30 minutes. I was up till 2 a.m. this morning, so it did rain. But for how long? Not enough, I tell you that much. I could have done with a couple more hours, to be honest with you. Just so you know, we are live on YouTube as well. I'm just trying stuff today. I want to make sure my PC doesn't die and all that good stuff. But listen, anytime you feel, just get out into the rain. Just go out into the rain, you know? If you feel like it's going to rain, go out and prepare for it. And it's weird. We had was it the eclipse that happened the other day? What day was that? I feel like I've been in a rut. Let me Google it. Solar eclipse. Like, humans are so weird. Why would we go outside and sit at the sun? Do you know what I mean? Oh, it's on the 12th of August. Never mind. Do not go and sit outside and stare at the sun. I don't recommend it at all. Hi, Kieran. Good to see you. I hope you are well. Oh, Bangkok. Damn. How was your flight? How's the journey? I hope you're having a good time. You deserve it. You bloody deserve it. And that's the tea. Oh my gosh. What a beautiful day. It is gorgeous outside, but listen, I've had enough of this heat. So I'm right there with you, Skichi. So I'll tell you what I've been doing. Well, never mind, because it's in the other room. I have been playing Final Fantasy XIV on the Switch. And it is good. It is so good. Hell yeah. Don't worry, I'm not the kind of person that I don't want to complain about anything anymore. I'm just here to bring joy. Do you know what I mean? So I bought it on the Switch 2 when a couple of days ago because I wanted to make a video for it, and I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Let me just try and do something magical. So at first I did because I don't read instructions. Do you know what I mean? I go for the whole tech thing and I'm like, live, laugh, loving. I set it up and I'm like, oh, it's hard locked at 30 FPS in handheld. Great. Doesn't bother me because I honestly believe that, you know, the 60 FPS is a luxury. Gaming gear is expensive, all that good stuff. So I've been playing it just in handheld mode, you know, getting in bed or sitting on the couch because it's been too hot to sit at the PC. So I've just been chilling, relaxing, all that good stuff. And oh my God, hours fly by. It feels almost illegal to play on the Switch 2. You only have to put in your one-time password and general password once. Then you're gone. Do you know what I mean? You are done. You can just open the app and log into, like, press play. It's so good. I did dock it for the first time the other night. Oh, what's happening? This looks weird to me. Does that look weird to you? I did dock it for the first time the other night, and I actually think it's not that. I think it's like the 30 FPS cap. Let me get the Switch. I'll show you. I would play it from the Switch. Look at me walk. I can see myself walking back from the room. I would play it on the Switch today, but oh God, that is weird. This monitor is broken, buddy. That's the tea. I know I say it all the time, but shut your mouth. It's none of your business. So here we go. It's, oh shoot. it's going to say, no, you can't. Oh, it's fine. Let me close out of that because it's going to log me out of the game. So it is hard capped at 30 when it's in handheld mode, which is fine. I honestly don't think that's a problem. Nintendo Switch software handling. So in settings, you have like, they updated this for the Switch 2 a little while ago, where if you have it in handheld mode, you can use it as if it's in docked. So in theory, your battery life drains really quick, but it performs as if it is in docked mode or close to. That doesn't work with Final Fantasy XIV. It's literally locked to having, an FPS cap at 30 unless it is in the machine. But it's great. And you do notice when it is docked that you get like up to 60, not everywhere, but it does. When I played Star Fox the other day, it didn't my Switch was screaming at me. Like literally the fans were blaring. Lovely time. With docked mode, it's still quiet. So here's my thought. I imagine that in the future, what's that? I imagine that in the future, there will be a Switch 2 Pro, and we won't have to worry about that. Hopefully we'll get some battery updates, but still. Sorry, Kieran. Flight was all right. Flying business. Ooh, bougie. What is business class? Is that just a little bit more legroom, or what's the difference? Every time I wish. La 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 la. There we go. Ooh. Mm-mm. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I need a professional. I need help. I got to life. Oh, that's all right. Well, treat yourself. Wait, where did the kids go, though? Did the kids go in economy? Is it economy? Because it's what they deserve. You deserve better than that. Do you know what I mean? It's been a hard life. You and the kids and all that good stuff. Oh, Lord. I had a really cool meeting this morning. They're in respite. That's a positive thing, right? They're in sleep mode. They're resting. Unless you mean they're in hell. Or alternatively, Stevenage, which is another word for hell. Oh, right, okay. Well, what have you got planned for while you're there? And second of all, please tell me that you're gonna vlog it and everybody. Hi, Joe. Welcome in. Look at all them coins. We need to figure out a way to actually utilize those. And Skitchy, I'm sorry if I'm saying your name completely wrong every time, but it's Skitchy. I am so jealous of that badge, the Moogle chat badge. I was literally sat in the audience at FanFest, but I was recording the screen on my laptop, but I wasn't logged into Twitch. So I was getting adverts every 5 minutes. And I'm so, I completely forgot, but I'm so jealous I didn't get that badge. And there's no amount of leg on this earth that I could flash to Yoshi P, not Yoshinoki Kid. There's no amount of leg on this earth that will allow me to get that badge late. You know what I mean? Ta-da! I played this game. Every time I wish. You got your DSLR with you too. Good. Lovely pictures. Do you know, speaking of which, actually, in the downtime because I've not been online. We'll talk about it really quickly. There's no issue. There's no beef, no drums, no anything, you know? I'm genuinely just in a really good, happy place. And I only really want to share like good energy where possible. I don't want to, I don't want drama. I don't want whatever. I just want to have a good time. And with that, I've genuinely just been off my phone. Surprisingly, you don't get invested in nonsense when you're not at your phone. And with that, I've just blitzed everything. My Monstera baby over there, I'm still going to give her away, but I don't know who to give it to. Someone else in this apartment's going to have to take it. There's always going to be Japan Fan Fest. Maybe, fingers crossed. That's a good shout, actually. I could go to Fan Fest in Japan if I could afford it. That would mean me having to flash some leg again. Do you know what I mean? I really believe that I've already done too much. I've already shown enough leg in this godforsaken country. So I would love to go to Japan, though. It's on my list of things to do. I talked about it this yesterday and this morning with a friend, and I am genuinely gonna have to do it, like book it in ASAP. Otherwise, I am going to struggle. I'm gonna have to put the game. I'm live on YouTube as well. Sorry, so I'm gonna have to put this on. Sorry. Dream vacation. Yeah. So also, do you know, anywhere east is fine. I don't necessarily want to be in the UK anymore. As awful as that sounds, I would rather be anywhere. I'd like to do a lot more. I'm not ready for my travel era yet, but Japan, Korea, oh my God, the skincare in Korea. Now, you might not know this about me, Skichi, but I'm almost 40 and my skincare is down. I'd like to go and experience culture as well, but also maybe get some cosmetic work done, I don't want any work done. Why did I even say that? Can you imagine I came back with a new nose? Or two noses? Or breasts? That'd be wild, wouldn't it? No, I'm 40 next year. In May. And I want to go to Japan for my 40th or before I'm 40. Do you know what I mean? And thank you. I'll take it as a compliment. Do you think I could push the boat out and try and go live on YouTube, on TikTok as well? I don't know. Black don't crack, Asian don't raisin. And what's the other one? There is probably another fruity saying that oh my God, look at the state of this. That's disgusting. And someone told me, see, listen, take it. Run with it, take it. Do not fight it. Let me... Only one of each item can be stored. Run with it, take it, let it happen. Honestly, may we stay this... I've always said this, no disrespect to anybody that's not a millennial, but I feel like millennials look like they are a lot younger than Gen Z, and I'm not saying that to make myself feel better. That's genuinely how it feels, mainly because, and it's literally mainly because of St. Ives scrub. We were literally tearing our faces apart, and then when skincare wasn't like, whatever, it's a whole thing. But I'm here for it. But I just know in a lot of black cultures, let me just say right now, right? Black culture, it goes one of two ways when you get to 40. You either go age beautifully or somehow everything drops. So I need to stay on top, you know what I mean? Stay on top. Well, everything seems to be working just fine at the moment. I'm not experiencing any hiccups. Can someone do me a favor? And there's no obligation to do it, but I just want to check that it is working on YouTube. You'd be very... Oh, one other thing. I know I've been threatening you for so long with Dark Souls, Demon Souls, and all that other good stuff. But guess what? Guess what? We got into the Dustbloods trial, game trial, whatever you want to call it. We will be playing, well, not on stream. So they put out a thing saying, thanks everybody that signed up, whatever. Just so you know, during this time, we'd appreciate it. There was no content shared if it wasn't streamed, all that good stuff. So I'm going to take those days off. I'm going to take the days off. Goodbye. You won't see me ever again. I'm kidding, until the beta stops, but I will be hardcore playing it. And I'm abiding by the rules. Hold up. Okay, so YouTube seems to be working just fine. I don't know about TikTok though. Looking good. Is it okay? Because I've got a window for it down here, but I don't know whether it's falsifying information. Is it in 60 frames? It should be. It looks quite choppy, but I'm very aware that it's this monitor now. I'm convinced. I need new cables anyway, so I might just get some tonight. And thanks for checking. Oh God, everybody's undercutting everything here. Another chill day today, by the way. I fully intend. So right now I'm on the sort of semi-final step. Oh no, don't sell that. I'm on the semi-final step of the relic thing. And if I don't just truck on with it, we're going to have some problems, me and you. Do you know what I mean? Thank you for checking. That is not me telling you to subscribe there, by the way. But thanks for checking. I appreciate it. We're going to be going live on YouTube a lot more, and I will be posting videos. I know I say that I never do, but I will, I promise. So, do you know what little beautiful conversation the other day about me wanting to learn to draw? Well, guess who literally fell over their Apple Pencil the other day, the one that I thought was lost for life? Me, B. So I have been learning to draw because I really want to do... I'm not treading on anybody else's toes by any means, but I think relevant to this game, I would love to just suggest a couple of black hairstyles. So we've been drawing. I've been learning on the iPad. I've been learning. I'm not showing you at the moment. And it's a lot. I feel like I'm a better digital drawer than with pen and pencil. You know what I mean? But I watch YouTube tutorials. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to pick up a pencil and learn how to draw. I really want to make like hairstyles for black characters well, hopefully black skin tones in Final Fantasy 14. Are you going to be doing the Yokai Watch event? Oh, unless there's... Ooh, we've not had the Yokai event since... I actually need to go to the gold source. You've just reminded me. The Yokai event has happened twice before. This is the third time, right? I don't think it's happened since... Let me just check. I'll know in a second. Oh, all right, mate. Because if the Pictomancer weapon is here, then I've definitely done it all. It's not that. Well, I forget that. Hang on. When did we get those? Oh, that's it. Wait, these are sick. Wait, that was sick. I just get really disappointed with those. Why was it not? Oh, it's this guy. And Gyal. So I've not done it for Pictomancer. I've done everything else. If there's new weapons, wibbly wobbly. Tabletop, tabletop, tabletop. Is there no... I've done everything else, I think. Ah? Did they not add them? Oh, yeah, I've done everything then. That's okay. So, no, I won't be doing it. Sorry. Sorry about it. I don't think there's many events. The only things I need to do in Final Fantasy XIV right now, I mean, there's a lot. And one of my favorite things to do before either big content, So, I don't know whether anybody else is the same here, but hear me out. I love the pre-expansion job list I have. So it sounds really weird, but I create myself additional work. What I'm doing, so I go through my, I don't know whether you can see it properly. I go through my Chocobo saddlebag and I organize it and get rid of stuff that won't be needed anymore. Apart from these, I always keep my totems just in case. I keep all the Eureka Boja stuff as well. I'll probably get rid of a lot of this. And I go through my armory chest. And every expansion, or before the next expansion, which is in January, that last month, I make sure that all job classes have the highest tombstone amount that you can get in terms of gear, and then a weapon, just so they're all ready and I don't have to mess around when it comes to actually leveling them. I'm not going to mess around with Blue Mage at all, because in a couple of weeks we get Beastmaster. I go through my retainers, I organize everything so I can start with a clean slate. It's beautiful. Really boring topic for you, but still. But also, in that last month while I'm farming those tomes, I'm doing the cards. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I have neglected the cards recently, but for some reason they're just so difficult to get. I mean, I could, in theory, just go at it and get them done. Wait, is that from Juno? The Ageless, no, the Necropolis. Hell on Rails. I've genuinely neglected them. Wait, there was one for purchase. Oh, that's for Fates, isn't it? But I will finish them. And then this one can get in the bin. I am angry. There is no way humanly possible for me to be able to beat those competitions, because I always panic. But I will. Anyway, let's get into a duty. I will finish it eventually, though. Sorry, the mounts. So there's 2 mounts, isn't there? There's 2. Where are they? Oh, there's 3. Yeah, I've got all 3. What's the difference between that one and that one? And you know what? I don't remember doing it. This music's starting to get on my nerves. I don't remember doing it. It was so long ago. It doesn't take that long, apparently, but I think it's a really nice... Okay, it's a perfect time to do it. And again, I know I've talked about the Switch 2 multiple times, but let me tell you something. This is the wrong area. I didn't want to go to here. Since the launch of the Switch 2, it has been such an enjoyable experience to go through, like, leveling. Why are they floating? Oh, it's you. To go through, I mean, it's been a lot slower than it typically was, but to go through leveling content and come across new players all the time. Sure, it's Dusk Vigil or the Sunken Temple of Khan, constantly no Garuda, no Ifrit, but it's honestly one of the best things to happen. I'm actually looking for a new house, by the way. And I know I can go on PySDB, but I don't trust it. Because your boy here wants to move to Gridania. This is small. I want a medium or a large. Large and in charge. Yeah, and just going back on what I was saying before, I know I've threatened you all with Dark Souls and Demon Souls. Please look forward to it. Or else. There is literally no houses. Anywhere. Well, there's small ones, but there's no houses anywhere. What? Hi, Shri. Good to see you. I'm sweating. Help me. Warm. Warm, but good. How are you? Okay, we seem to have no performance issues. I'm screaming. Why is... I genuinely think it's the TikTok platform that screws me over. And that's the tea. Speaking of which. I hope you're good. Or else. I'm actually a little bit nervous, you know. Hang on a second. Why are we taking so long? It wants a healer. Can I heal? That's the questione. I'm technically not geared for it anyway, actually. What my currency like? I'm not geared for it. Never mind, Day. I could tank it, but I really don't want to. Oh, look at the little yokais. This is cute, but Limbs is where it's at. Yeah, what are you up to today, Shri? And also help. It is warm beyond belief. And I've had enough. Came home from work earlier because I'm sorry. You're relaxing now? You're relaxing with some sweet Final Fantasy 14. Sorry, I can't come into work. Ooh-woo. Doing you, Cobb. Doing you, mad. I won't tell anybody. I'm telling no one. Honestly. To be fair, I have done that before. Show of hands in chat, please, if you have done this before. If you can't, I don't know whether any of you have worked in retail or telecommunications, whatever, and you know how difficult it is to get time off. Oh, we know how difficult it is to get time off at any one time, despite how great they sold the company to you when you started that job. And suddenly you're sick or you're off work during an expansion. Because, Lord, I took myself 3 weeks off work when Stormblood came out. Oh. There was only one, it was Endwalker. I didn't take time off because I forgot, because I was so busy at work. So I just made up some excuse not to be in. So if you're listening right now, old job, I wasn't there. Never forget. I don't know where to start with it, Joe. So I might put up a poll in Discord. Obviously, Demon Souls is in the same timeline. But it'd be the remade one or the remaster that we played recently. Well, played a couple of years ago. And then it would be Dark Souls, Demon Souls, sorry. But then it would be like the OG, so Dark Souls 1 and onwards. I'm not going to lie. I remember struggling with Dark Souls 2, even though I'd finished it. I know that the games don't really handhold you, and I don't like looking up guides for them. But it doesn't really tell you how to access the DLC, which I have access to. Demon Souls, Dark Souls 3, we in it. We in this, finna get crunk. It's gonna be amazing. Like that one is probably my favorite. We won't do Bloodborne because I played Bloodborne already, but we will be playing Elden Ring to finish. But I might play that on PC though. So we'll throw I'm trying to get the schedule in for it, but Wednesdays off limits. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Never lied about just being sick, just because I felt guilty. I don't know, but are you in the UK? If you don't mind me asking, are you in the UK? Cat stole the phone. Oh, sure, Jan. Because I felt guilty. I don't have a problem with people doing it. So here's the thing. I always feel like, do you not think it's like British culture? It might be the same all over the world. You know when you call somewhere or a job and you're like, I don't feel well today. I really don't feel well today. But you feel, even though it's like a stomach bug or you've broken your leg. I know that there's like a massive difference between the two of those, but you always put on a voice. Like the fake, there's nothing to do with the sore throat or something. You just subconsciously put on, the voice. I really don't miss it. And if all else is, if everything fails here, which I don't think it will, because listen, mwah, we're doing great things. Ooh. This is the third. There's 3 dungeons we'll see a lot of today. The Sunken Temple of Karn, Vanguard, and the Stone Vigil. The Netherlands has a lot of holidays, if I'm not mistaken, same as Germany. Like bank holidays for the sake of bank holidays. And I like that. Is this level? It's 98, isn't it? Yeah. Well, I don't think you understand as well, and I've said this before, but I am excited for Just Bloods. I'm so excited for it. Did I ever finish Elden Ring on stream? That's the question. No, yeah, I don't think I did. I think I don't remember finishing it on stream. I know there's one more achievement, so there'll be a very specific task I'm looking out for. I always think about those tiny creatures. You. What are they called? You. Me. I know who you're talking about. I think like the names, I can't remember the names. Probably the bank holidays. They're the first half of the year, so but don't you get like the holidays off there anyway? If I'm not mistaken, you get like your holidays off. Hello. Come on. I can't burst yet until you go over there. South Africa, they have a public holiday every 5 minutes, and that makes sense. We almost got a bank holiday for, what was it the other day? There was something we almost got a bank holiday for. I honestly believe, and hear me out, at the expense of National Rail, Avanti West Coast, and Southwest Railway people, I honestly believe that every time there is a fault with the train lines, oh my god, it's just because I'm angry about the train lines, and I'm going to talk about it again. So I had issues coming back from London, got back at 12 midnight, around 12 midnight, 11:30 on Wednesday last week. I went to go and play Star Wars Racing. The following day, I only realized in the evening, turns out that there was an actual fault. So people across the UK were screwed. They couldn't get to or from anywhere. But I honestly think every time that happens, because we pay an extortionate amount to these train lines that are non-functional, they should give us a bank holiday. They should be accommodating our daily rate at work. Do you know what I mean? I mean, if I give them an estimate of how much I earn every time I post something or stream and stuff, like, you know what I mean? Thank you, National Rail. Thank you, Avanti West Coast. Useless. I'm just mad about transport. And it's also the reason why I'm considering moving, you know, again. Sorry, let me focus up because I'm convinced I'm doing something wrong. There we go. My company doesn't have free time. Tuesday just closed the office on the bank holidays. I cannot take it on another day. Oh, so you don't get time in lieu. Is it in or out? Oh, it's out. I never know how to do this one, this particular move. I think you have to go to the yeet! The corner over there. Not that it mattered, it didn't hit us. Replying to yourself now. Listen, you've lost the plot and I'm right there with you. My ADHD brain in this heat has not been friendly. Legitimately. Train rage? The train rage is unbelievable. And do you know what? I always feel like I'm mysterious, super fun, fresh, and exciting when I am on a train, right? Because I got my headphones in and I'm working. But there's a limit. I've realized that I have an upper limit for how long I want to be on that train for. Because typical journey down to London is 2.5 hours. And I just know that when I get on the train, there's going to be a delay. So I'm sitting there, and then you hear the conductor, who's probably had it enough, and he's probably on the same boat as us, doesn't want to work any longer than they have to. Because I think it's like airports, isn't it? If you're on a train or a plane for too long, you can only work a certain amount of time. But I feel like I know the Avanti West Coast. I feel like I know the script off by heart for automatic compensation. Oh, bless him. He said it about 12 times, but the moment those 2.5 hours are up when I should have been home, that's when I start to get like slightly irritated, a bit agitated. And then it got me to thinking, because I start turning into like the Black Karen. What's the black version of Karen? We need a new name for the black version of Karen. She's had enough, and she's not necessarily going to throw her hands, but she will make a lot of passive comments, and I was like sucking my teeth quite a lot on the train. But it got to the point where I was checking Google Maps. That's how you know when I've had enough. Like, how far are we? Like, how far is Stoke-on-Trent or Crewe from where I live? And then I started thinking about the whole process. And I know it sounds boring, but I started thinking about the compensation process. And I think you got me onto this, and ADHD brain is braining with ADHD. Listen, claiming compensation with Avanti West Coast is made so incredibly difficult that most people don't actually claim it, and even then you're still not guaranteed to get it. So the gentleman on the train was like, you have to take a picture of your ticket or screenshot your ticket. You need to make sure you need to take a picture of a clock and include the ticket, or to have a screenshot of the time. And even then, you're only compensated. You're not compensated in full if the train gets cancelled, and you're only compensated for every 15 minutes after the journey's delay, for the journey's delay. And I was like, fam, best friend, it's a scam. Why do I come out with the most... Anyway, besides the point. I'm sweating, and it's not great. I'm not convinced about this, you know. Posting Friday. Is that so? Hang on a second. So you're saying at 2 p.m. every Friday in South Africa, work just closes? They make it difficult on purpose, as they need to count on people to just get. Yeah. Like, who do we write letters to? Because let's be honest with you. Or let's be honest in general. Let's be honest with each other. It's already incredibly expensive to get to London, right? You're paying... Uh-oh. I knew there was one more. You're already paying 100 and... well, a lot more than that, actually. Oh, I got hit by that. Oh, I'm fine. I'm okay. We already pay anywhere between 40 to 100 pounds for a weird split fare ticket, right? You pay upwards of anywhere between 100 and 300 pounds for a ticket during peak times, and they know that they can charge that much, not to ease congestion. It's because people need to get to work, which is crazy to me. So in theory, we're paying, if you got that ticket one stop away or two stops away from London, and then got like a tube or something, you'd pay probably half of that, not even that much. But you're paying for convenience, and you're paying tourist trap fees. And it's just a scam. And I believe it's still partly because we left the EU. Do you know what I mean? Because why can I go to Berlin or Amsterdam or Italy or Paris and pay between 5 to 10 euros and have the same journey? Pay the same amount for the same journey, like length of time, on trains that show up. What's the tea? Oh. Cape Town doesn't... Oh, okay. No, school? Oh, school. Finishing it. I wonder if it's like a teacher training thing. Listen, if I ever become Prime Minister of this country, which I won't do because it sounds really exhausting, and I don't think I get a lot of time to play games. I guarantee you that I would get us back in the EU if they'll have us. And I'll be like, hey, France, would you let us like import cheeses? And also import cheeses that's given out like door to door weekly, because cheese is just so good. Also, maybe from Cyprus as well. Halloumi from Cyprus is just on another level. Oh, and I'd make sure we all get... I'd make sure, and I know it doesn't work this way, I'm just being ridiculous, but I'd make sure we'd all get turkey Twizzlers back. Do you know what I mean? Thanks, Jamie Oliver. I'm really millennial. Oh, I did the wrong thing! Speaking of high school, by the way, Joe, I actually... so there's an advert, and I know this is... You might have seen it. If you've been on Facebook and whatnot, you've probably seen it. It's the Assassin's Creed one I did. So, some of my old school friends have been finding out that I'm a content creator. And they have been messaging me on Instagram. I've not responded to them. You know what I mean? But I have, because it goes into message requests. And I love this. And there's nothing wrong with being a business individual. Like, I never reached out. Do you know, like, it's always the Facebook groups. Hey, or MLM scams, pyramid schemes. Oh! Some of them have been asking me about, I don't know what they think it is I actually do. But some of them have been asking me, hey, would you be willing to promote this? It's my business. Blah, 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 blah. Baby, hell no. I've not spoken to you since I was in my 20s. I've not responded, and I don't think I ever will. Can you imagine if I just started doing pyramid... Twitch is technically a pyramid scheme, actually. I take it back. So hang on a second. Is there a new person in this? Do do do. I pressed the wrong button again. God, I love being a Pictomancer. I keep assuming that I'm Paladin. Whew. God, I am sweating. Why is it so warm? I feel like every time I go live, or I'm getting ready to go live, it was grey this morning, that it just heats up. Fun and colourful, maybe I should learn it. Truthfully, it's one of the easiest jobs to play. You can, I know my hotbar is tiny, but just looking at the hotbar, besides like Addle or the party buff, there is literally, oh, consider it this way. It's like the evolved job class. You have a single target, you have an AoE, and then a burst. It's not complicated in the slightest, and it's really chill. And you can pretty much just brain off in lower dungeons because you don't get all your abilities till you're in the late 50s, I'd say. So you're just pressing one button a lot of the time. Similar to Red Mage, actually, but there's a lot less to think about. And it is pretty. And it is, I think it's still one of the highest DPS. I'm not too sure. That's only if you're into that stuff. Get away from Yip! There you go. As I like some of the glams. See, I've not really found, oh my god, Eorzea glamour. So my glamour at the moment is custom made. I made it myself. But I went on to, is it the Eorzea collection website? Or something glamours, and I went looking for all the weapons available for Pictomancer, because while this is the closest thing to a nice one, it's the Historia. I'm not being funny, my Lalafell looks great right now. Like, this Pictomancer looks good, but geez, trying to find a nice Pictomancer weapon, and I've lost one. I've lost the one you get as part of the collector's edition as well. I can't find it. My little it might be in... I don't know. But do it. It's also really fun in PvP if you like that. Ooh, does PvP give paste? I didn't think about that, actually. Ah! There you go. Yeah, I can't seem to find it because I was organizing my armory chest and glamour things the other day. Don't know where it's gone. Do not know where it's gone. Wolf marks. You could... Wow! For guard. Oh my god, I didn't even pay attention to what was happening. I'm so sorry. This rear guard. Oh. Slay. Last one's rear guard. See, this boss is caster friendly. From the PvP, do you know what? I'll go and take a look because I do love me some glamour. Do you know when they made the update for the armory chest and the armory chest and the glamour chest? I finally started putting it to use properly, so storing things in sets. I've got so much space for everything now. Oh. For some reason, I used to hoard everything. It meant I had duplicates. Oh, it's almost dead. I used to have duplicates for everything. Now. Oh! Only 350 more to go. Wait, am I using that right now as a glamour? No, it's the Kissisios. Let me have a look. I'm going to go and check out the wolf marks. What does that look like? Oh, that's cute. Definitely AI generated. Oh. Let me cue it real quick. Head to Wolf Den. Joe, what would it take for you to start this? And I'm Dion, don't worry, I'm not going to ask you. Not yet, anyway. Not right now. I think I just spent all my stuff. Is it trophy? Wolf collar? Okay, I want to check out this one anyway. Ooh! Oh, let me move you. Wait, that's sick! Wait, I like this one. That's really nice, that's bloody lovely. Where do you get wolf? Like, how do you get them? I don't remember. The Hellhound round brush. Oh, oh, that is pretty. No, that, I'm not a fan of, I can't see the palette. Turn your head. That is nice. And you can dye it too. I wonder if you can you change the brush color? You can. Ooh. Hmm. 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 I wonder if it's any of the old ones. They've not updated this for a long time, have they? Yeah, this is when, okay. Oh, shoot, I'm capped out here? Jail party. So this is where you get that from. Oh, I've been here. Never mind. I knew this. I knew it. Shut up. This stuff I haven't bought still. Yeah, when are you starting? That is the question. I collect, because I don't come here very often. I completely forget. That is a nice weapon though. How do you... Oh, you buy them with collar. Oh, barding? Oh. I usually, oh. Slump, hand to heart, link pearl. Can I get from PvP? You heathen. What do you mean? You can't do PvP. I'm furious. I could technically find... I don't know how much you get from those, though. Let me just see. Phantom glass. Phantom glass. I watch more than not in a creepy way. It's too late. I'm already judging you. How dare you? That's really strange of you to say. So you get 8 pastes per total for heavyweight raids, which is fine. The fights typically last 10 minutes if there's no new people. Occult Crescent engagements, 5 crystals, 5 crystal paste. No. Expert roulette gives 15. Level cap roulette gives 15. Leveling roulette is honestly the fastest way to get it. But I love the Switch 2. I've said this 1,000 times. Love the Switch 2. But now I picked the wrong time to do... this. Because I'm getting all the wonderful new players and it's brilliant. I love it. But it takes a little bit longer than normal. I could just tank the next one though. Oh! So I think you should chat. Well, I'm disappointed. I'm not going to lie. Oh, a new... Oh, no. Oh, it's Somal. Do we think this person's brand new or returning player? Oh, there is a bonus. I love this. It's nice to see. I genuinely think... Again, I know I'm a broken record, but I genuinely think, like... Final Fantasy XIV coming to the Switch 2 is one of the best things to happen. Like I sound like a broken record. So like, yeah, Final Fantasy XIV coming to the Switch 2 is one of the best things to happen to gaming in a long time. And that's for real. We got the announcement in April during the Anaheim FanFest tour. And then for the Berlin FanFest, we got the release date for it, which, surprise, they didn't wait and say, we're going to come next year. It's going to be in your hands in August. Hang on, let me just get this down. And I'm poisoned. Yeah, they said it was going to be in your hands in August. And we were obviously met with some form of like skepticism about how it's going to play. Oh, it's handheld. I'm not paying an additional subscription fee. Well, that's okay. Nobody's asking you to pay an additional nobody's asking you to pay an additional subscription fee to play Final Fantasy XIV on the Switch 2. In my honest opinion, it's just another avenue for people that don't have access to a PC or a console to come and play the game. And why I think it's like one of the best pieces of gaming news in a long time, or things to happen in the gaming industry at least, is because it might spark a lot of interest for other developers that run MMORPGs, if you know what I mean. It might inspire them to think, you know what, we could potentially bring our game, our long-standing game, over to the Nintendo Switch 2, if Final Fantasy XIV, a 16-year-old game, if you include 1.0, we might be able to do it too. And just from a technical perspective, look at other avenues. You can already use a mouse and keyboard by plugging it in with USB, you know? Help me! Yeah, brilliant decision. Yeet. I know there was a lot of unrest in general about who it's for, and I know I've said before, you know, if you already have it on PC, you already have it on PS5, or you might play it on a Steam Deck. I'm not too sure what the performance is like on that. You're used to having it at a higher frame rate. The fact that they've optimized it to play at a locked 30 frames per second in handheld is still great. You get used to it. And it's not jarring as you think it is, having, you know, I don't know what size the screen is on the Switch 2, but it's not bad by any means. And time literally flies when you play it on the Switch 2. Putting it in dock mode, that's when you notice the difference between the 30 frames per second and the up to 60. Well, in theory, it's just an uncapped version. But in a dungeon like this, say, we're playing on PC at the moment, you do tell the difference. Because there'll be moments when you can see the 30 frames per second, and then there'll be moments, like in a dungeon, where it's up to 60, or more, even though it won't go above 60. And I know I said before, but you do see a lot of complaints on, and I'm not dragging anybody in the 14 community, absolutely not. I think a lot of the complaints that we see online is, oh, why should I pay another subscription fee? I'm already, like, it should be discounted. You don't have to. You can enjoy it the way you've always enjoyed it. It's just for new people. But that's my thoughts. It's nice to just have a lot more new people to the game. And oh my God, we need to talk about how quickly they patched the load times as well. I have never known a development company to launch something that's already in trial, find that there was an issue, and pretty much patch it within 48 hours with respect to the load times. So not only any sort of transitional screens or load times no longer a problem, it feels like they've done it for the PC as well. I've noticed load times in general feel incredibly quick when transitioning. How did you do that so fast? So yeah, if my personal recommendation for Final Fantasy XIV, get it. You got no reason not to get it. I'm kidding. I'm saying that because of the love of the game. Obviously not sponsored, but if you want to play Final Fantasy XIV, now is a bloody phenomenal time. A technically 16-year-old game that doesn't show any signs of slowing down, when most MMOs in its current lifespan would have been like what unfortunately Final Fantasy XI maybe is like. You know, the occasional events and weird patch cycles. We're releasing up, not we, look at me, I'm a super fan. We're releasing on new consoles and staying ahead of the trend. It just feels, feels good. I'm not going to go into the whole have you heard about the critically acclaimed, because the game speaks for itself, do you know what I mean? It honestly is baffling to me how fast it loads. And because, so do you remember when people were complaining about one of the Pokemon games? Pokemon ZA is a good example of this, actually. When they were saying, oh, it looks crunchy, it doesn't look good. But that's when people were playing it on 4K monitors in docked mode. I honestly think these games that are built on Switch are built with the intention of seeing them on a smaller screen, where, like, do you know how we used to play on CRT TVs? Castlevania is the perfect example, actually. Symphony of the Night. We used to play on CRT TVs. And because of the scan lines, the game it looked so much better on an older big back TV because it used to have scan lines. It was built with that in mind. So whenever we played it as adults and, you know, LCD, OSD, oh, not OSD, whatever. Oh, well, you know what I mean. When we play it on newer monitors in current era, it looks crunchy. But personally, sometimes, even though we have the option to play it in a docked mode, I've learned that I'm no longer a visual snob. I can appreciate when something looks good, but I also remember, especially for the Switch 2, that playing it in handheld mode is probably the intended way. It is ultimately a portable fun box, which is what they used to call me in my 20s. Ah, I'm kidding. Okay, we move. A portable fun box. What the who says that? Me, I do. Oh, the transitional thing. So there was that. Oh, just going back to it, by the way. The transitional thing with Final Fantasy XIV, or the transitional between zones. Okay. So I only noticed this recently. So I've been doing a lot of Forked Tower Extreme. And I noticed it's not even load times. The transitional period, the transitional movement thing, it's more like a grace period because they don't want to hard launch you to a respawn point or to your raise point. And the only reason I noticed this is because when I was doing Forked Tower, not extreme, but the like standard mode for it, there's a boss that you skip before the last boss, right? And it's as simple, and it gives you a zone transition. But if you look carefully, you can see all the way from one side of the arena to the other where your force spawned to. And if you don't transition and watch other people go, they just teleport. It's just a boop. I just think it was coded in a way that the transitional period for zoning was like a courtesy to make it look like it's not bam, you're in Linsa, bam, whatever. And I think it was an accident. If that makes sense. And I think I made sense. I tried my best. I'd love to know a little bit more about the technical specifications because it's in even when it's docked, it's still a 1080p version of it. So it performs like, what can I say? It performs like a laptop. Or like my old PC. But boy, oh boy, is it fun. Help me! Ah! Yeah, but I'd love to, child, I'd love to see like a development panel on how they made it come into action the way that it is. Wow. And what they had to scale back, and because we talked about, why do I keep saying we like I work for them? I don't. I just love the company, or I love the game. I'd love to see like how the future might look and what they may have to consider. Will this inspire Nintendo to be like, hey, yeah, maybe we should make the Switch 2 Pro version. Maybe Nintendo should actually release a piece of kit that allows you like a good battery life. Do you know what I mean? Like something you can attach to it, like a charging grip that has a beautiful battery life. Because at the moment it's kind of poor. Oh. Peter. No, you don't need everything. You don't need everything. You don't need everything. I know I've just waffled at you, but welcome. If you're new here, welcome. It's also really, really warm. Let me get out of here, because why not? In fact, no, I wanted to check my PvP profile. When does it reset? Because I definitely need to finish it. It normally tells you, right? No. I need to finish it, but that's a story for another time. Maybe we should do some PvP in stream. Climb for Pixmanson and so I can go and learn it. Do it. Do it. Do you know when I said it was easy in I lied. I'm joking. It's PvP's where it gets confusing. Okay, hiccups. PvP's where it gets confusing. What am I doing? I want to go to Limsa, baby. Glam is the most important meal of the day as well. I'm sorry. It's getting really hot in here. Hold up. Ow. I'm genuinely like, look, you can still see how hot it is in here or how bright it is through the bloody window. I'm bloody sick of it. I'm not doing my retainers right now. They can wait. But listen, I just want to show you. How good is this glamour, though? How good is this glamour? Oh. And to be fair, it's not that special, really. It's just the Fall Guys crown. Clown. I think it's the clown boots and body and something else legs. But I wanted the colors to sort of match, so the hairstyle, I'm sure I could make it a little bit like a bit more of a dusky red / pink, but other than that, it looks great. I'm not convinced I like this hair, to be honest with you. The temperature's dropped for you? What is it right now? Let's have a look. Um, 23. This heat wave needs to leave. I've said it once, and I'll say it 17 more times. Turn the sun off. Oh my God. Today, 23 degrees. Tomorrow, 28 degrees. Wednesday, 30. Thursday, 33 degrees. Friday, 22. Turn the sun off. If this isn't global warming, I don't know what is. I've had enough. I'm sick of being hot, of being tired. I literally don't have any more hydration to it. Do you know what? Speaking of which, I have nothing left to give. So sad for plants and animals. Ah. West Coast. We're in the northwest, so northwest of England. We had rain last night, but again, only for like an hour. Do you know what? I'm going to move to the Pennines. The higher the hill, the closer to the clouds. I want to open my... I can't believe this. How is it going to be 38 degrees on Thursday? I know that they... Okay, listen, I am not going to stream on Thursday because I don't want to risk it, so I'll stream on Wednesday instead. Oh, no, I can't. Screw it. We're going through the heat wave. We're not designed. None of us are. I saw a TikTok today. Again, it's the whole conversation about, you know, the Americans. What do you mean it's only 28 degrees right now? I think I saved it as well because it was funny. Somebody, the first comment was like, hi, I'm a Brazil. Oh, by the way, hi, Night. 38. It says, wait, have I read that wrong? Oh, no. 28 Tuesday, 30 on Wednesday, 33. Damn. I saw a TikTok from an influencer, a really funny influencer, was like, what do you mean? It's only 80 something Fahrenheit or whatever. I don't know the Fahrenheit conversion. I won't even break a sweat. Here it's 90 something. And then one of the first comments was from, hi, I'm a Brazilian that's lived in the States, but lived in the UK for 9 years. Heat is not the same. It's a different kind of heat. Houses are designed to keep heat in. And it's like a microwave at any one time. And they don't have aircon that blasts you constantly. This is how bright it is in here. Bearing in mind, the only lights I've got on, this is how bright it is. You can see. And it's just crazy. Please make sure you're drinking. I know I sound like really cliche, super positive vibe streamer. Please make sure you drink as much water as possible. It's disgusting. Not water. During this difficult time. I don't know whether you've seen Instagram as well, but I actually posted a picture today of my Monstera in the shower. I got so fed up of watering them every other day. They got drenched. Every single plant in this flat went into the shower. And I cut off its aerial roots as well. To run here too. Yeah. Lived in 3 different continents, Middle East, Africa. The heat is worse for sure. It's like a microwave, isn't it? Can't tell what to do. Yes, I can. I'm already worried. It's like, I think I'm being scammed. Let's talk about it for a second. So I'm with Octopus Energy in the UK. If you know, you know. I don't really recall my other service providers and whatever. But hear me out. I'm one of them people that grew up in a council estate. And this is because you prompted me to have this conversation about how expensive it is to run aircon. So I'm with Octopus. Some of my neighbors have 2-bedroom apartments here. Some of them have the floor on the top. Some of them have 1 bedroom, some of them a studio. Why are they paying around £50 to £60 per month? Whoop. And I'm paying 130. Bearing in mind, when I'm not at this desk, I'm only live with it. I turn things off at the wall. I'll turn it off. We're back here again. It's just putting me in the same dungeon. It's repeating the same dungeon over and over again. Yeah, literally tokens in the machine. Going to shop and getting either a key or one of them silver cards. But why am I paying 130 something per month? And some of my neighbors are paying around 50 to 60. And I turn my stuff off. Like, subconsciously, I've always done it. Even if I'm not using the washing machine, that is switched off at the wall. It's madness. It's carpets. It's madness. So you've just reminded me. I did save, because, you know, I live on TikTok. I did save a video of somebody that had the same issue. They lived in an apartment complex where they realized that their meter doesn't line up with the meter that I want to check it after stream. but their meter didn't line up, the serial numbers, and they've been paying for somebody else's, but they were like between 6 to 9 grand in debt. And the issue I have with this property, and I'm not going to dox myself, but the issue I have with this property is because there are 3 buildings with similar names and similar postcodes, because it's like a complex thing. If you know, you know. When my internet went off once, and it turns out that somebody that had moved into one of the other buildings had signed up with this one. I'm always getting other people's mail. So because they'd signed up to my address with their name, it cut me off, which was great because I didn't have to pay that month's bill. And it also happened with my electric a different time when somebody had moved in, they'd signed up, and then they just wiped my bill entirely, which is a scam. So, yeah, somebody on TikTok was between 6 and 9 grand, I think it was, because it turns out the serial numbers didn't tally. So now, I don't even know how to check that though. I do know how to check it. What if I've been scammed all this time? What if I'm sitting on bank? Do you know what I mean? $195 a month. How does that work? Right. I live. It's a studio. It's technically a studio, but it may as well be a 1-bedroom because it has a partition separating the living room from the bedroom, which is what's behind that curtain back there. 1 second, I need to turn the lights on. Yeah, so I know it's like millennial moaning, I guess, but it's not moaning when you're having a great time. But I live in a smaller apartment than some of my other people, and everything gets turned off at the plug. So again, when I'm not using this, it's off. The only things that are connected are the lamps. Fridge stays on, dishwasher's off. So why am I paying this? Oh, they gave me the, oh, well, we estimate that you're going to spend more in summer, in winter. So this is what it would be. It's like, well, if I'm giving you regular meter readings, I'm going to have to check after the stream. Because what if I've been paying a wild amount? Do you... No. So our building is so old. It's so old. That our water meter is the only thing that's attached here. So at the front of my property, I've got the water cupboard. The electric cupboard, because I can't have a smart meter, but the electric cupboard is downstairs all the way into a cupboard. It's away from us, but I only have the breaker here. Good luck getting that back, Knight. They'll find any excuse not to give it to you. I will. So yeah. So I submit and I'm always in credit, but I've been trying to get it back for ages. They have nothing to do with it. I have to go downstairs and assess the sitch. Do you know what I mean? So I go down and so I get my meter readings every month, but I'm convinced it's wrong. It's either the address or something else because I'm paying too much. And weirdly enough, I only start... It's not a millennial moan session, Ben. Give it up. But I only started paying a lot more when the uncap thing happened. But also, that was around the same time that another neighbor moved in. So I'm going to check later, but I'm going to be in... Can you imagine? I'm moving to Boca. I'm moving to a beautiful country that has the greatest of everything. And it's also a tax-free island because I've been paying the wrong amount this whole time. Credit back? And they say, no, let me speak. Oh, no, I don't do the let me speak to your manager. It's like, let me speak to the ombudsman. Yeah, so I have a credit night with them because I get my meter readings every month. And when I tell you it's just a screenshot, it's not a screenshot, it's just they just send a picture back to me. But I'm convinced it's wrong. I'm in credit and I've been asking for them to send it back because there's always an error on the app. And I love it. I just love it so much. But yeah, we live in a really old building, and I know I talk about the cladding works a lot. I feel like all I ever talk about is the cladding work and the stuff I've had done, which I will keep you updated on that front because I've got the letting agency who does not need to be here coming on Wednesday. So just for my own personal safety, not that it's going to be weird, I'm going to record the entire conversation. Because I know that the only reason he's coming here is to try and pressure me into agreeing to a rent increase. And it ain't gonna happen, baby. Why? Because even the person that fixed the door said that entire thing needs replacing. Ooh, you can't pressure me into putting the rent up legally. I've spoken to the council. No. I pick 14 for you, Dion. Final Fantasy 14. Have they finished the work? The cladding work? Yes. Okay. Just a quick rundown. I picked three. Here's the rundown. The TLDR for you, Naya, because I don't know whether you've seen on social media, but I had an issue with the taps in the back. They've asked me to put the rent up, and I said only if you're, and I'm within my right to do so. Only if, I'd be happy to, only if you would be willing to fix these problems that I've been asking you to for the last God knows how long, that it's causing structural damage, blah, blah, blah. Balcony frame and the door. I've had one person come out and look at the door and then fix that, but he said that the frame and the respective windowsill will need replacing entirely. It's causing structural damage, but the door is temporarily fixed for now. Great. So that's the newest one. The grouting in the bathroom was not really something that was important, but there was a mold issue, and it was a sealant that was the issue. The same guy, bearing in mind I've been asking them for 3 years to fix this. I got the dishwasher replaced. This is all landlord special time. You ready? Dishwasher replaced, doesn't fit in to the cabinet. I've used the dishwasher twice, and it's already moved out, and now I can't open the oven door. Kitchen taps. They leak, or used to leak. It wasn't as bad, but now it's worse because he assumed it was a pressure issue. So great. When I use the kitchen taps, it leaks for about 10 minutes afterwards, like consistently loud dripping noises because it's an obnoxious sink. God, there was other issues. There was a lot more other issues. Sorry. My brain's gone blank. Anyway, I got the landlord special for a lot of it. So now the bathroom is an absolute mess because he's grouted the tiles. The guy that did it grouted the tiles. And if you put grout on tiles, cement grout, good luck getting that shit off. You're going to need to replace the tiles. But guess what? He decided to paint the entire fucking wall with the grout and did not take it off. So, great. So that's where we're at. And I spoke to Manchester City Council. I've spoken to Shelter, and I've spoken to the environmental. It's like, I can't remember the name of it right now, but the environmental health and safety, whatever, for like my local area. And they are like, have they sent you a Section 13? Which is basically asking me to put the rent up. I said no. They said then you just pay your existing amount. You do not have to agree to it until they send you a Section 13, of which then you can go to a tribunal. And it wouldn't work in their favor because you are experiencing issues with structural damage. Anyway, that's it. There we go. I did my research. I'm ADHD as hell and I read my contracts. There you go. That's the tea. Yes, sorry, Judd. I wasn't looking, but yes. The moment they send a Section 13, this is why he's not taking, this is why he's not given me a Section 13, because he'll know he'll go to a tribunal So I'm excited to see him on Wednesday because he is a handsome bugger. And he's been nice. He's been really nice. But at the same time, I don't care that the landlord spent over $1,000 to fix these issues. That's the last message in the attempt to pressure me. I've probably spent about $6,000 in the 6 years that I've lived in here fixing things myself. New furniture, had the walls painted, all the good stuff you can think of. I've spent so much. I should have just bought this place, but still. It's 69, I believe. Wait, it's both. I'm really good at this stuff. I honestly think that oh, that weapon's beautiful. Is that the one from Ultimate Omega? Yeah, I like this one. Look it. Put some clothes on, heathen. That's beautiful. But yeah, I'm good with this stuff. So I feel like the reason I've not posted like on TikTok, because it's nothing to do with gaming or content creation, whatever. The reason I've not posted it on TikTok is because I am mindful that these things get found so easy and it wouldn't work in my favor. Do you know what I mean? Section 9, it's about capping how much money oh yeah, so there was a new tenancy law that came out in May this year, because I thought it was a bit strange that I hadn't had a contract for a while, and then suddenly they wanted me to up the rent before this. If I'd have said yes to agreeing before the rent change or the Renters' Rights Act, they could have asked me again. Now they can only ask once per year, and it has to be within market rate. So at the moment he's told me that the landlord's losing money, even though he's not. He's actually still earning money from me, and what he's trying to do is increase to the rent of a 2-bedroom, like a standard 2-bedroom in this building. This is not a 2-bedroom. This is technically a studio apartment. I've told you this before, but I am looking at moving anyway. It's really fun. It's a justice thing in me. It's my ADHD. The reason I'm not moving right this very moment is because I want to make sure that this property is ready for the next person and they don't have to deal with the that I'm dealing with. So, other than that, I'm just ready to go. And I don't have to, but I say if you move to an area for the very first time, you know, you move to an area for the very first time, you're excited, 3 bags, $2, 1 me. And then you move into a property that has issues like structural damage. You don't really want to spend that hassle messing around. Do you know what I mean? I just want it to be a nice experience for somebody that is moving in here. So I'm waiting until it's fixed, and then I'm going to be like, by the way, I'm leaving. Bye. Hey, K-Dog. They're going to 5%. Otherwise, yeah, so, yeah, 5%, not £100, sorry. I think there's a £100 cap. But even so, because I did a bit of research into like markets, market standards, market rate and whatnot, they're just gauging it on the average. The ground rent didn't go up here at all. So there's been no actual changes to any of the fees that happened to this building. And I found out recently that even though so at first I didn't have a parking space. Well, I did actually. I had a parking space that was given to me on a contract when I moved in. On the renewal, the parking space was removed until I told him that I wanted it because, you know, friends visited and stuff like that. But it turns out he's been renting that separately anyway. So he's just greedy. As nice as he is, he's very greedy. Bum ba-dum, bum 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 ba-dum. Ba-ba-da-dum, bum bum. Bum bum. The way it's changed, I don't know, between letting agencies is honestly, and I know that like I wish I could, like, you could be a fly on the wall for some of these conversations without me doxing myself. But the way that this man is, like, He's trying to be really friendly and nice with me now because he knows. And if you're watching now, it is technically harassment. He's bothered me so much. And again, he doesn't need to be here. He's going to try and sweet talk me, literally try and sweet talk me into signing something, and it ain't gonna happen. And this is why I'm recording everything. He doesn't need to be in this place. Yeah. Ooh. Shake it fast. So after every conversation, so fortunately on iPhone, you can record the calls even with warning. So, because he's called me probably about 8 times in the last 2.5 weeks. I've recorded them and have them transcripted. And then every time, because I'm sure he's BCCing the landlord in. He's realized that, and when he started texting me, that's when I knew he'd realized he'd fucked up, because it's like harassment at that point. Even the people I've spoken to, Citizens Advice, Manchester City Council, and whatever, and Shelter, they were all like, yeah, something ain't right. So last time we spoke via phone, I pushed it back to email and said, I'm not willing to have you call me anymore. And if we do speak, I want you to let you know I've always told him that the calls have been recorded anyway. Because I'm not agreeing to something verbally. I'm not agreeing to an informal conversation, because he could just take it out of context, and that, communicate via email. So this is what I'm not nervous about, but this is why Wednesday, when he comes around 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm recording the conversation, and it's going to be the first thing I say to him, like, babes, you ain't gonna get more money from me. They're avoiding a tribunal at all costs, knowing that they are at fault. Because it's funny, I didn't want to talk about this. Sorry. Not being rude or anything, but that's all I ever talk about. But one last thing I will say, the reason that they're avoiding the tribunal, which is very obvious, is because of something that they said in one email. So in trying to get me to increase the rent, they passed the book. I'm not the leaseholder, so I'm not responsible for it. But again, structural damage is structural damage. It's the landlord's responsibility, bearing in mind I rent from him or them. And the moment he said in email, which they knew they screwed up, the building management, this is the second building management. The second building management aren't the ones that caused the problem in the first place, but the second building management have accepted responsibility and taken full ownership. That can't happen. And that doesn't affect me because I don't pay rent to them. This is why I haven't received a Section 13. Yeet! There you go. Sorry, I've just waffled about it again. Oh, no. So it was in my. So he's so weird. So with the parking space, again, I've always known that it exists because the way that these buildings were made, every single apartment has one, and you see them on Rightmove all the time. They're always there for rent, and they charge up to £200 a month. No, a lot more than that. I personally wouldn't rent mine out. But I know where my space is, and I've left a chair there once upon a time. But I know that he rents it out. But the way my contracts have been working, so I signed one when I moved in. I think I got it. Oh no! I signed one when I moved in. I didn't then have a contract for the next 2 years. And then when the cladding came in, then he wanted me to sign a contract to keep me here, which I was going to do anyway, but to keep me here during the cladding work so he wasn't losing out on money. And then it was only in the new contract when I realized that he'd taken out the parking space. So I had to get it redrawn. But even though I've redrawn it, because he knows I don't drive, they're still renting that. I've seen my parking space on websites before. So it does cause a few conversations when I have people come in and I get messages on the Facebook group. Shake it fast. Shake it fast. I get messages in the Facebook group saying, hey, my partner can't get into the space. Can somebody move this stuff? Move this car? It's like, I technically contracted to own that. Did you want to move? I would prefer you stay. I love this place. I love it. I've outgrown it though. Truth be told, I'm nearly 40. I want a bungalow with no stairs. I don't want to climb stairs all my life. Do you know what I mean? I just want to live, laugh, love in all conditions and not have to worry about stairs. I need trees. City centre was good for me in my 20s. I'm not 20 anymore. I don't want a house. I could still live in an apartment, but I don't want to live in the city centre. Oh. Okay. It was great for what it was, and I've experienced the vibes that Manchester has to offer. I love this city. I want to be close to my niece and my nephew and my mama. And I feel like I could, when I tell you that the rent prices in my hometown are half the price of what they are here, beautiful places, some of them, old bathrooms, 3 bedrooms for the same price as what I'm paying now. It's wild. I've been in this house since 1995, really good contracts. Yeah, right to buy as well. Oh. But surely, oh yeah, it is a breach of contract. The reason I don't bring it up is because I don't need to. It's not something that's actually affecting me as a non-driver. So the contract is invalid when you think about it. I mean, to be fair, when I moved in, the contract had the wrong apartment number anyway. It's only when I questioned it that he sent me a follow-up email. Then he's been so grateful to the ground floor. So what am I looking for in a new place? Again, other than being close to family, again, there are some really nice things. The only thing I think I'm worried about is the fact that everything's so accessible here, and I do have friends here, but do I see them? Nope. It's easier to get hold of other creators and influencers and work folk that I vibe with and hang out with than it is to be like, I'm sure I've just swallowed a fly. The flying plant ones, not just like your grotty bastard flies. Do you know what I mean? I can't remember what I was saying. Oh, yeah, it's easier to catch up with creator friends and just pop down to London than it is to have a brew with somebody that lives on my front doorstep. Do you know what I mean? And other than that, I just very much like to have a place that has a separate studio space for all this stuff. Somewhere that's not going to charge me an arm and a tit for my electric bill. All that good stuff. And who knows? I might start looking sooner than you think, because listen, it's just around the corner. When this work's done, I will confirm the move and my brother will come pick us up and we'll just disappear. And bye-bye. I do like this place, but it's high tide. I either move further south or closer to my mama. Because I'm a homebody. Do you know what I mean? Do. I have literally just waffled about my entire life fucking story. One thing I would say, Knight, there was a scheme. I don't know whether you factor into this, but there was a scheme a long time ago where one of my aunties, well, she's not really my auntie, but she may as well be because she's like a family friend. She's that close. The place that she's lived there my entire life. God, she still lives there now. And the council, or the local council in that area, because she was a renter, she was given the opportunity to buy it, and because it factors in how many years you've been there, and then you can just buy it, and she bought it like cheap. Time to get a house so you can dinner parties, me and my emotional trauma sitting at other different tables. That would be interesting. No, Brighton can get in the bin. You think I want to go to Brighton with your hard water? Absolutely not. Do I want to age myself with your salt seawater and the hard water from the taps? No. No. I'm not going anywhere near Brighton. Brighton's a novelty. Great place to live, but it's a novelty for me. And I would be moving from one queer capital to another. I want to move. I want to be where my mama's at. I want to see my niece and nephews. I want to do that. Whatchamacallit? Popping to Lidl on a Wednesday morning and B&Q right next to it. Yeah, I've done queer culture. I love it. I lived the gay village. It's no change, and it's a lot now. Now that I'm older and you see it for what it is, it's a lot. Still support it. Still fighting the good fight, but it's a lot. I went to the council house. Got transferred to a housing association today, but contract before. You know what? See if there's anything you can do. Can you imagine if you could have bought the house you live in for a tenner? Damn. That's smaller over the years, so I think it's discount. Oh, I mean that's still good, but the housing price back when she bought it, she didn't have to pay that much, from what I remember. Bless her. Do you know what I mean? I need to take a break after this. Damn. Just a quick break. But we haven't done many dungeons today because the queues be wilding out. Oh. To be fair, like I was asked the other day actually about wanting to buy a property, and I think I'm just gonna live on the streets. Hey y'all, me, 80 years old, welcome to another live stream of me on the streets, on the mean streets of somewhere. And I'm gonna have a great time doing it. I pay into a pension, I pay into a savings pot, but buying a property is gotta be nearingly impossible unless by some miracle, somebody goes, you're in the will. I do have a good set of legs though, so there is a high probability I can show some leg to be in the will of somebody in the coming years. Please look forward to it. Gotta make the most of these legs. Dum 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 dum. It sounds great until you remember that you have to pay to fix everything and it goes wrong. Yeah. Do you know, I've always thought this, right? People that are selling properties, if you have it, they should have it valued, right? And they should be the one to have, what's it called when you have it, you have someone come to the house, inspector. And then, yeah, so they should sell it, whatever, and have an inspector, pay for all that sort of good stuff. And then the people that want to buy it pay for their own inspection. And this happens in the same time. And if there's any faults, that should be deducted from the purchase fee. Does that make sense, surveyor? That is deducted from... Where are we going? I've forgotten this boss. It's changed anyway, I don't remember that. Yeah, that should be deducted from the final purchase fee. And if there are any underlying issues that say structural or anything like that, that's the responsibility of the previous tenants. I know that's a lot, but still. Because you always see about these new builds that get put in, and it's like, new builds sound great on paper, but you don't know what's going to happen with them foundation-wise. I'm more likely to buy an older building because most of the problems have been resolved by the time you get in there. Yeet! or it might need some touch-ups. But by that time, the prior owner should be responsible for the cost, and it shouldn't be something that's hidden, you know? Oh, well, there we go then. Great minds. But am I ready to buy a property? Hell no. Because properties are unnecessarily expensive. Oh, Lord, he's spinning. So, some of the... Wait, which way are you turning? Oh, heathen. Well, it did say he was turning that way. That's your fault. I'm blaming you. You never know what's actually wrong until you live in it. Listen, preach. I've lived in my own body for 39 years, and I'm just finding out now that I would... Anyway, is he done spinning? Oh, there we walk. Oh my God, leave me alone, Jeremy. So yeah, I don't think I'll buy it like until I'm heading towards 50, to be honest with you. I just love to just have the money just in case, because I feel like there's going to be another sort of weird up and down and boom and change, you know, in terms of fees and stuff for everything. I just feel like not now. Oh, it's not a good time to buy. Not for me, at least. Besides, who knows? I could be in like the Betty Ford clinic. I could become so unstable mentally because of Twitch that I end up living in like one of them beautiful homes. And then I won't need to. I'm not far from 40 and I still don't feel like an adult. No, millennials are now only just getting their groove back. We had to, because we had a great time. I had a great time anyway. Still having a great time. Right. I am going to be RB. I genuinely forgot. I don't know what's up with YouTube. I don't understand it. Do not understand it. But we're still live over there. Does it look choppy as... I don't know. I don't know how it works. I need to up the bit rate. However, in the interim, I'm going to take a short break. I just wanted to get the algorithm going on YouTube, which is why we're live there. Take a short break and BRB. We're just over halfway with paste, just so you know. I've got 310 I need. And it's... Oh, my God. That's 17... Wait. Huh? 5, 10... No. 10, 6, 14 of them, 14 more duties to do, and then this section is done and I can go back into Occult Crescent and make money at the same time. Never buying again. It's filled with fear for me. You have to fix everything yourself. See, I'm resourceful though. I'm one of them people that looks on YouTube and it's the ADHD in me. It's like, I can do it myself. Or the kid that grew up with video games and didn't read the manual. What's it called? The book that comes with it. Would just play a video game and then would ask my mum if we could return it because I'd finished it. She was so pissed off at me. So pissed off. But yeah, who knows? I might not even be in this country. I'm kidding. I can't leave the UK. So long as I get to Japan before 40, I'm fine. Right, I'm going to be RB. I'm going to leave you some words on stream. I was going to put some music on, but I've realized because YouTube doesn't do track 2. Enjoy the sweet, sweet sounds of Limsa Laminsa. Disgusting. I don't even know if this show's on YouTube, actually. Anyway, besides the point. BRB. Hi ho, Silver. Hello, how are you? Good to see you. Or is it? That's the question, actually. Do you know what I mean? I have to think about these things. I jest. Hi. Let me scroll up. Because you said something as I left, Joe, didn't you? And thank you for the 26 months with Prime. Ah, my natural age. Get a new boiler at drop of a hat. A boiler. I've had mine replaced as well. I've had in fact, I don't think anything in this apartment is old. New, old. A lot of it's new. It was built with everything built in. So one big thing I've noticed about this apartment is, I'm sick of talking about it. I'm sick of it. Where my new fridge is, I miss my old fridge, by the way, the red one that was noisy. But the new fridge is great. It's still quiet, but there was a cabinet because there was a fridge built into the wall. The bedroom, they've taken away cabinets and built something from IKEA in there, so there's a lot less space, but they did put up a false-to-ceiling mirror. So some things are missing from here that shouldn't be. I've installed some bathroom storage because it was necessary. So the way I'm organized is great. Congrats on the spelling, by the way. I think I'm so. You are smart, Joe. Give yourself some credit. How dare? I don't understand YouTube. YouTube's so weird. But I'm live there as well, FYI. Which has made me think, I know I've complained about electric before, but I am definitely in the market to get a secondary PC. Or at least, the tap's going, at least try with the laptop that was gifted to me ages ago. I think a laptop would be better as a secondary PC, but I don't think it can handle TikTok, YouTube, and TikTok all at the same time. You know? Looks and sounds fine at least. Second one, thanks, Corsair. I'll message you separately about that. But yeah, I mentioned this a while ago, but I've not had any update from them since. Because I was going to do it with them because I really wanted like a small factor. I just need a small factor. I don't need anything crazy, but now that I'm thinking about it, I have that laptop. I have nowhere to put. I've still got like my old PC in my bed that I had built with, if you will, that I'd taken bits from and stuff like that. I just need a small one, a small PC. All right, let's do some more dungeons. Hell yeah! We're gonna be live for another hour-ish, and then I'm gonna go and die. I thought I'd let you know that it's that hot in this apartment that I'd hung bedding. So there's bedding outside on the balcony right now. And ready? It's still bright. That'll be dry now. But there's a sheet that's hung in the kitchen. And although I've got the blinds and the windows closed, it's dried already. How crazy is that? Who's your manager? Yeah, they're both in on it. Nettie and Bob. At least in the Discord. I've not had any updates since then. Maybe I should ask them. But it's a busy time. Do you know what I mean? It's a busy time. But I know I've spoken about stream updates and stuff like that in general, but do you want to know my train of thought lately? So I had a really cool meeting today, and I'm really excited about where it's going to go. So I'm not going to say too much yet, because there's still a little bit of things I need to do. And obviously while the apartment stuff's going on, but I'm in the market for new, well, my emote artist no longer does emotes, unfortunately. So I'm not going to get rid of the ones we have, but I'd like to have some like new ones that we can pick and choose from occasionally. Oh, they do emotes again. She undercharges. She undercharges massively. Girl, your emotes are that good. You don't need... Drawing Dory, if you're ever curious. I'd love some new emotes. I need to go through OBS because I'm pretty sure that I've got something wrong here. Because, whatever. I'm going to learn... Because I'm learning how to draw as well. I'm actually going to try and learn how to use Procreate so I can be self-reliant. But I want my emotes specifically from Dory. No, well, Dory is amazing. So she... can I show you my screen? I don't want to. 3 emotes for $25. 6 emotes, one of them animated, $60. 10 emotes, plus 2 of them animated, $105. She is fantastic. Quick turnaround. It's never just a case of like having a sketch and a copy and paste. She made my... I always tip incredibly well as well. I always tip incredibly well. And especially with Dory, because she's just brilliant. She created my logo, my graphic. But I found them once, and I found them on Fiverr, and it was one of the first artists I came across. The rest of them were like, you could tell they were just a copy and paste, and you'd see like stolen artwork and stuff like that. But they actually did an amazing job first try with the ideas that I had. This was when I was almost ready to be partnered on Twitch during lockdown. And then I've not used anybody else since. We haven't had any new emotes since. But I think we could do with a little bit of an upgrade because I think we've got some Animal Crossing ones somewhere that they're great. But when have we played Animal Crossing despite that little one segment, you know? So there's a lot of things I want to change. Not too much that it's like, this is crazy. But I want to be self-sufficient in certain programs. So... it's After Effects, sorry, I want to, not Procreate, After Effects that I want to learn how to use. And just be great. Do you know what I mean? What other stuff is there? This other, maybe I should have a look. Let's have a look at them. Corsair. Let's see what they've got going on. PC, because if they multi-chamber. Can I not just build 2 PCs in one multi-chamber thing? Okay, look at this. I'm waiting for a duty, by the way. We're not just sitting here. So these are like, this is a great way to start, I'd guess. But these are still too big. I need like a tiny box. This looks like a speaker. Imagine putting a 4080 in there. That 4080 wouldn't fit in there because I still have that. I don't need something massive, and I probably just better get in a laptop. No, well, they launched one, but a little while ago. Oh, wrong button. They launched one a while ago, but it's not really like... I'm not thinking aesthetics. I want something that's out of the way. In fact, I need to install a tray table here. And without benchmarking and testing, because again, I'm pretty sure I've screwed up this version of OBS, and there's something that's affecting it. But I'm not sure without fully testing my laptop that it will be able to handle all 3 of them. That's the 2800. Yeah. It's not. It's just a bit narrower in terms of like its size. So I can see where they've shortened it, but it's still not tiny enough. If anything, like my PC now is hung under my desk and it's beautiful, but it's not ideal because it's where it is. It's because of where it is, basically. It's next to the window. So when it's hot in here, that gets hot too, even though I have got like blinds and stuff to cover it. There we go. Oh, get back to the window. Do. I just need to do like a cheeky little overhaul, basically. It's not like resetting or changing. Okay, I need you to understand something. There better be a new person here, because I have done this about 8 times in the last week. Are you the new one? You must be. Yeah, I think that laptop would absolutely shit itself, to be honest with you. But I don't want to just... There's no way to properly test it until it's active. Ooh! I love tech talk. I've already started making like my own branding and stuff. Working on that and uploading to, because I've got multiple channels now, so there will, it's not, don't worry, I'm very aware and mindful that there's already a lot of alerts on Discord, and you have the option to opt in and opt out at your will. But with all these other channels, there's no obligation to go and like this post, go and whatever. But there will be more channels launching. I'm just being a perfectionist with the branding. Really want the fractal design Terra case. So that is really pretty. I've seen it in person quite a few times, and I always think to myself, well, I want that. But at the same time, competitor clauses. Competitor clauses. Bane of my existence. Funny story, actually. Speaking of competitor clauses, I've seen a lot of work from people that know of competitor clauses, but still have done work with Intel and AMD, and I think that's wild to me. And people are okay with it. But I always go out of my way to ask, am I okay to work with this brand? That's a competitor. I need to find a way out of that because it limits you as a tech-y creator, if that makes sense. A techie creator. Ooh. Oh, this is the one with the bat. Never mind. It's not. Is this the one with the bat? Or this is the key one, isn't it? I'm sweating. But yeah, that fractal case, that's been on my list. I know which one you're talking about. It's been on my list for a long time. One thing that I absolutely love, because again, I hold no loyalty to AMD or NVIDIA, but NVIDIA are now doing single fan. I think it's the older generation. It's single or double fan instead of triple fan GPUs, and they're like half the price. Similar performance, but half the price. But what I need it for is literally just a small build. I love nerdy tech shit. Why is it not working? Hello? Oh, is that my... Oh, that's not my bloody bubble. That's yours. Bum, 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 bum. Do you love how this stream goes from one conversation to another, or 3 at the same time? Girls, stop getting hit. I don't talk about it. Listen, the meeting I had this morning was wonderful. I can't wait to share more about it, you know, if things go well. But the person on the call was also ADHD. So while we got down to business, there was still like so much waffle in between. I'm gonna miss this expansion. Wait. Oh no, never mind. Honestly, there's nothing better than having 2 Pictomancers in a duty. The amount of damage you do is absolutely disgusting. This should be a 10-minute dungeon, if that. I say that now, but things could go south. I'm not wasting it. Oh. I love that though. I hate when it feels too busy. It's like with Elgato, we had a lovely contract renewal. Every time I have a contract renewal with them, actually, rather than it being about what's changing, what's happening, we don't talk about any of that. We talk for that long that about everything and anything that's not related. And then it's like, oh yeah, by the way, in a separate Discord message once the call's ended afterwards. Stunning. Yes. Boom, boom. Oh. Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to do... We are going to do it, don't worry. I need to remember what platforms all these Dark Souls and Demon Souls games are on. I think they're on my PlayStation. And that's currently set up in the... I've got hiccups. Jesus Christ, I haven't eaten any bread. I think that's set up in the bedroom, so I will have a look. And I'll let you know in Discord when we start it. Be a nice break from doing a lot of 14. As much as I'm loving streaming this again, like... Variety's spice of life, isn't it? Kate? Oh no, mine's Kate, yeah. She ain't going nowhere. Ooh. Do you know what? I've had a bloody lovely time with them. Out of every brand that I've worked with as a creator, Elgato has honestly been the best. Whether it's been like a paid thing, even though I don't like that it's annual now, even if it wasn't a paid thing, I'd still love it. I've never ran out of ideas for things to post because I'm not saying the product changes all the time. It's just that there's so much to learn and do with all this stuff that people don't often think about. It's one of the easiest to make content for. And it's been great. Pretty much 90% of this is Elgato. I had my girl my first year, but yeah, when it all changed, they moved. I remember when they split the two, didn't they? Because they used to have... I don't know why they did it, actually. But I've always been under Kate. And she found me through Animal Crossing. Oh, we got a limit break user. Wait, was that my... Oh, it was my thing. One thing that's killing me though at the moment are time zones. Oh, something alive. Time zones are killing me. And also National Rail. I don't like this bus, but we move. See, look at us, just two Pictomancers whacking this thing with a hammer. You haven't lived until you Pictoed. It's gonna be over here. Do 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 do. I can't remember whether it's... Yeah, I'm fine. Ah, I'm not fine! I'm fine. Do 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 do. If y'all have any game recommendations as well, I am open to them, by the way. I know I keep threatening you with Dark Souls and Demon Souls, but there are thousands of other games that are coming up soon. Grand Theft Auto's not really my vibe. It's not been the same since Grand Theft Auto 3. Do you know what I mean? So, don't ask. But we're looking for games that are similar to what I've already played. I'm open to recommendations. You know I'm a Soulsborne lover. And I love games like this. There is... You know, and Stardew might be the one, you know, something similar. I don't like cozy stuff anymore. Not like Stardew anyway. Stardew's not cozy when I play it. But I'm not a cozy, comfy, chaotic creator. I'm actually a little bit of a heathen. Oh, for God's sake, let me live! DS3 was the first game I probably streamed on Twitch. Whoa! It's still one of the best games. One of the best games to ever grace us. Like, to round off the entire series, that DLC, stunning. And, oh, I love it. I miss it. I really do miss it. And it's going to be a pain in the arse. Having tunneled Night Rain for over 1,000 hours, going back to Elden Ring and Demon Souls, Dark Souls is going to be a struggle. But what I will say, I watched a video the other day, because who doesn't fall asleep to Demon Souls and Dark Souls lore, right? One thing that stuck with me, lore-wise, you start off, your first enemy is a hollow, and your last enemy, the last true enemy of the entire series for Dark Souls, is also a hollow. And I thought that was a nice little touch. Because you, Slave Knight Gale, you end up fighting one of the stronger versions of a hollow. Have I been wanting more Dark Souls ever since we've got the painted world? Yes. Will we get one? No. And also, now you've got me onto it. Listen, do you know when everybody was I don't know how deep into the lore you like to look, but when the DLC for Dark Souls 3 came out, at the very end of it, well, no, not at the end of it. Am I getting this wrong? No. Where do we fight the painted sister, Alfred? That's Dark Souls 3. Yeah. At the end of that, there is like a lady cradling a snake. And everybody was trying to speculate what that actually meant. I honestly think that they were teasing Elden Ring back then. Because it just makes so much sense. Oh, shoot. I did the wrong thing. No, 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 no. Okay, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm a massive lore nerd, as you probably gathered. Do. Ring City from the Ashes of Ariandel, yeah. Gale's the knight at the end of the ring. Gale's one at the end of the Ring City. Ashes of Ariandel, yeah. But I think they were genuinely hinting at Elden Ring then, because it was an unexplained snake lady holding something. And when you tie it in with Elden Ring, it's like Mikola, not Mikola. It's not Mikola. Mikola. They all begin with M and R. The mother, and then Mesmer. And yeah, I know lore, but my brain is not braining. I don't think. So I lied. This turned out to be a 15-minute dungeon, but we don't talk about it. Playing Elden Ring again is going to be hilarious. Dark Souls 3, because I feel like I'm going to be like, I'm going to power through this game, like all the memories there, but Jesus Christ, I played that game so many times. What kind of a game forces you to go through it multiple times to collect accessories? Uh-oh. Ah! Bye! Have a wonderful time! Go, gadget. I don't know where my thingy is. I'm not gonna make it. Yeah. I could have had that if it wasn't for you meddling kids. Oh, never mind. They just returned anyway. Oh, okay. Damn, god damn it. I keep forgetting that Phoenix Downs are a thing. It cancelled because they returned. Oh, we should also check out Pokopia soon as well. They were wonderful enough to send me a key for the DLC, and I know I left it in a bit of a messy state, but let's check out the DLC. Whenever you're ready. I've got plenty of time for this. There it is. Oh, shoot. I'm fine. Was your first Dark Souls? I had no idea what I was doing. It took me 3 hours to do Gundyr. I love that fight. I love the fact that those games, which is why I like them so much. The games are like, yeah, by the way, you may have heard of us. We don't really handhold here, so good luck. I know I've told this story 1,000 times, but even playing Bloodborne was what got me into the series, and I've always watched other people play it, but I decided, you know what, I'll try it. And I bought a PS4, bought Bloodborne, because that's when I rediscovered Twitch, if you will. I almost returned that PS4 that same week, because I couldn't get past the wolves at the beginning in... what's her name? I can't remember her name. It begins with I. It doesn't matter. But yes. Then something clicked. The next Dark Souls I played was Dark Souls. I mean, the next Soulsborne was Dark Souls 2. And I didn't know it wasn't a fan-loved game because it wasn't made by Miyazaki until like the very end, I don't think. So it's very disjointed. But 3, baby. 3. 3's where it's at. I know we've been streaming for such a short time, but I may end the dungeon after this because it's getting friggin' hot in here. Skinny! It's getting increasingly hot and I can feel it. And I can actually hear my PC now. Do, 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 do. Yosefka's clinic. Yes. That's an... Ooh, I wish I'd never brought it up now. But I want you to know something. That lore is broken. She was meant to have a lot more of a quest line. You were meant to be able to save her. But it's so disjointed. And she ends up... Well, all women alive in the dream just end up pregnant anyway. Pregnant with alien babies. There's meant to be more for Queen Annalise. There was meant to be a Slug Queen. But Sony was like, let's rush this game out. And they didn't get to finish it. And now Miyazaki won't make it again. And I'm angry about it. So I don't think we'll ever get Bloodborne remastered, remade. And I'm upset. 21 degrees today. I dread to think what it'd be like for the rest of the week. Well, it's going to be 28. 28 degrees on Wednesday. 33, sorry, I lied. 33. I think I might die. I actually think I might pass away. That's just madness, that, isn't it? Why was that transition in this zone wild? That makes no sense to me. It's crazy that I'm streaming. I love this, right? Just a quick tech thing again. It's crazy that I'm streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. And I have my recording thing open in the background. I'm only at 67% usage. So, well, 3D, and then encoding is only at 26. Recording and live streaming, it's literally using nothing. Next to nothing. A Bloodborne movie coming. Animated? Oh yeah, Jacksepticeye. He better do this justice, as I will shout at him. I do love me some Bloodborne. Like, catch me on a good day. It's like asking somebody what's your favorite Final Fantasy and then be prepared to like open a can of worms. If this movie does well, I think we might get a game, but he's gonna have to speak with us he's gonna have to speak with the writers, because you can't. I hope that he speaks to Miyazaki, like, about the ideas behind it. Oh, there's already fan-made trailers. Shut your mouth. How can you? Oh. There's nothing worse than when you go, no, I believe he'll be able to do it. I believe you'll be able to do it for sure. I'm really excited for it, and I think it'll do incredibly well. First of all, because he's not a dick. Second of all, yeah, someone has made a fan-made AI garbage thing that I'm not showing you. I hope it's grotesque. I hope it's violent. And I hope people realize that that's what it was like in Victorian England during that time. Do you know what I mean? We really struggled. We like, if you ever get the opportunity today and you need something to watch when I'm not live, because I know that you all just sit there and wait for me to come home. Horrible Histories, the Victorian era, and get ready for how bad we actually were as people. Do you know what? I might even watch it myself. Yeah, not only the studio, because it's being fully directed. Everyone's always, it ain't doubt and Nabby. No, we were drinking from glass bottles that you weren't able to sanitize properly. We were putting dirt in bread because we could sell it faster. It was literally bloodborne. They were boiling themselves in baths. We were using lead in paint. Well, I wasn't. I'm a Caribbean baby. Do you know what I mean? But they were using lead in paint and wondering why children were dying because of toys. Don't even get me started about the radium era when that happened later down the line. It's crazy. No, but listen, I'm going to end here today. So YouTube and this place, Twitch, y'all are lovely. And, I mean, YouTube's been dead, but it makes sense. I'm literally just sorting the algorithm out and letting it know that I exist. If you are watching on YouTube, thank you for being there. And as for people here, I hate you and I never want to see you again. I'll be back tomorrow. I think we might jump into some Pokopia, but if not, I don't know. Pokopia, maybe, just to see what it's like. Stick around in there for a bit. But I have been given a key for a fighting game that recently came out. Thank you, PlayStation. So we could try a little bit of that. You know, I love me some fighting games. I am quite well known for fighting in the streets. Please stay hydrated. Look after yourselves. Do not talk to strangers unless they say, please, as in like, get in the van, please, because they've used manners. Goodbye and good night and take care. Mwah. See you in Discord or on socials. Bye.